to everyone here. It's great to see you. We're doing two things tonight. We have our organizational meeting, which we'll start with, where we will do the oath of office to our 3 new board members that were elected. And then we have some business organization stuff, and then we'll get into our normal meeting, which will involve all of you kiddos. Okay, so bear with us a little bit as we walk through this process. I'll start by reading our mission statement. New Philadelphia City Schools will provide all students the opportunity to improve their highest potential, to become educated, self-sufficient, and responsible citizens. We are committed to providing every student a diverse, quality education within a safe and secure environment through a dedicated, innovative, and highly qualified staff in partnership with the parents and the community at large. If you'll stand with me and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, now we will do probably the funnest thing of the evening, administer the oath of office, and we'll have our treasurer, Julie Irwin, start with our 2 ladies that were elected.
We'll start with Amanda. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Amanda Fontana, do solemnly affirm that I support the Constitution of the United States
Do solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge my duties as a member of the New Philadelphia Board of Education
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge my duties as a member of the New Philadelphia Board of Education
and for the said New Philadelphia City School District, Tuscarawas County, Ohio,
in and for the said New Philadelphia City School District, Tuscarawas County, Ohio,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
in accordance with the laws now in effect and hereafter to be enacted.
and in accordance with the laws now in effect and hereafter to be enacted.
During my continuance in said office and until my successor is chosen and qualified.
During my continuance in said office and until my successor is chosen and qualified.
Congratulations.
Do a lot more tonight, Ken. You have to do a lot shorter for me.
I, Jennifer Schrock, solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
Do solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States
And the Constitution of the State of Ohio.
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
And that I will faithfully and impartially discharge my duties
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge my duties
as a member of the New Philadelphia Board of Education
as a member of the New Philadelphia Board of Education
in and for the said New Philadelphia City School District, Tuscarawas County, Ohio,
in and for the said New Philadelphia City School District, Tuscarawas County, Ohio,
to the best of my ability and in accordance with the laws now in effect and hereafter to be enacted.
to the best of my ability and in accordance with the laws now in effect and hereafter to be enacted,
During my continuance in said office until my successor is chosen and qualified.
during my continuance in said office until my successor is chosen and qualified.
All right, and for oath of office for Kelly Ricklick, we have Judge Ernest.
Raise your right hand. Okay. I, Kelly M. Ricklick,
I, Kelly M. Ricklick,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
and impartially discharge my duties
and I will impartially discharge my duties
as a member of the New Philadelphia Board of Education
as a member of the New Philadelphia Board of Education
in and for
in and for
the said New Philadelphia City School District,
New Philadelphia City School District,
Tuscarawas County, Ohio,
Tuscarawas County, Ohio,
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
and in accordance with the laws
in accordance with the laws
now in effect and hereafter to be enacted
and hereinafter to be enacted
during my continuance in said office
in said office,
until my successor
and successor
is chosen and qualified.
and chosen and qualified.
Congratulations.
All right. Now we can call the roll.
Got distracted. Mr. McMath?
Here.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Present.
Mrs. Schrock? Here. Ms. Fontana?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay. Now we will proceed to election of officers. Do I have a nomination from the floor for president?
Yes, I would like to nominate Todd McMath for president, please.
I'll second.
First and a second. Call the roll.
Sorry, I have to get my bearings.
That's all right.
I got to give you a week or two before I nominate you for president.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock? Yes. Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Abstain.
Motion carries.
Okay, nominations for vice president. I would like to nominate Denver Galantine.
I'll second.
Sure. Any others? Call the roll.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine?
Abstain.
Motion carries.
All right. So appointments by the president for committees. Park Board will be Todd McMath and Kelly Ricklick. Buckeye Career Center Board will be Kelly Ricklick. Legislative Liaison will be Amanda Fontana. Student Achievement Liaison will be Todd McMath. Quicker Foundation will be Denver Galantine. Quicker Digital Academy Foundation will be Jen Schrock. Policy Committee will be Amanda Fontana and Denver Galantine. Facilities Committee will be Todd McMath and Kelly Ricklick. Insurance Committee will be Amanda Fontana. Evaluation Committee will be Todd McMath and Denver Galantine. Safety Committee will be Jen Schrock and Denver Galantine. OSBA delegates will be Jen Schrock and Todd McMath. I have a motion to approve those committees as read.
I'll move.
Second.
Second, Mr. Ricklick. Any questions, clarifications? Call the roll.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, so you have the scheduled board meeting dates for regular meetings, and we have gone ahead and scheduled work sessions. So we have those on the calendar. Resolution 2, do you want to read through these or do you want me to?
I can read them.
Okay.
We are requesting to establish the service fund for the board at $15,000. Authorize the treasurer to pay bills as presented and transfer within the general fund and to report monthly to the Board of Education those bills that were paid Authorize the purchase of performance bond in the amount of $20,000 each for the board president and superintendent, and $40,000 for the treasurer. Authorize the treasurer and superintendent to attend professional meetings on travel and school business. Authorize the treasurer to request advance payments of tax revenue from the county auditor. Authorize the treasurer to invest available inactive and interim funds in accordance with revised code section 135.142. Designate the Times Reporter as the official newspaper for placing legal ads. Set board compensation at $40 per month, up to but no more than 12 meetings per year. Authorize Jeff Williams to serve as the interim superintendent in the absence of Superintendent Wentworth. Authorize the superintendent to employ substitutes and personnel as needed. Such employment will be presented for the board approval at its next meeting. Utilize the legal services of Pebble and Wagner for 2024. Appoint the superintendent as hearing officer for student discipline matters. Authorize the superintendent to accept resignations. Appoint the superintendent as a representative of Ohio High School Association for matters including but not limited to student transfers. Appoint the treasurer in accordance with revised code as the board's official public records designee.
Do I have a motion to accept these resolutions?
So moved.
Mr. Ricklick, and a second?
I'll second that.
Mr. Galantine. Any questions, comments?
Now, I'm correct in that we've moved the Board of Education meetings back to Monday night for the first 4 or 5 months, and then back to Tuesday night after that. I want to make sure I didn't
Just
arrive
the,
in the wrong night.
just the two that are designated as Tuesday.
Yeah, there are just two
I'll just do,
Tuesday
okay,
meetings. They are primarily on Monday evenings.
all right.
Otherwise, second Monday of every month for the regular meeting. Anything else? Call the roll.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll move.
Schrock, second.
Second.
Montana.
Schrock?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. We'll move into our regular meeting. I'll read the mission statement once again. New Philadelphia City Schools will provide all students the opportunity to achieve the highest potential to become educated, self-sufficient, and responsible citizens. We are committed to providing every student a diverse, quality education within a safe and secure environment through a dedicated, innovative, and highly qualified staff in partnership with parents and the community at large. You'll stand with me once again and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. Call the roll.
Mr. McMath?
Here.
Mr. Galantine?
Here.
Mr. Ricklick?
Present.
Mrs. Schrock?
Here.
Ms. Fontana?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Do I have a motion to approve the recommendation of the agenda of the regular board meeting of education?
So moved.
Tana, and a second.
I'll second.
Any changes, additions, deletions? Call the roll.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Motion carries.
A motion to approve the minutes from the regularly dated meeting December 11th. How are we gonna do that?
And do it.
Because they can't, they have to all abstain.
Abstain.
We should, we can, why don't we table those until next meeting and put them on the next, and then we'll provide them to you to read.
Okay. So do I have a do I have a motion to table them until the next meeting?
You can pass that with 2 votes.
That's not a,
Majority.
Majority is 3.
We'll abstain.
We have to abstain.
There'll be no votes.
Okay,
Right.
okay, all right. Okay, do I have a motion then? I'll
So moved.
first, Kelly second. Okay. Call the roll?
Mr. Ricklick,
Abstain.
Mr. McMath,
Yes.
Mr. Galantine,
Yes.
Ms. Schrock,
Abstain.
Ms. Fontana.
Abstain.
Motion carries.
Great. Thanks, Kelly. Okay, Building Spotlight, every month, one of the best part of our meeting, well, the best part of our meetings is getting to hear from the kids, our students that are in our district. And so this evening, we have Mrs. Hall here from our preschool.
Good evening, everyone. Before we get started and have our kids come up, I wanted to give you a little bit of an overview about our preschool. You want to go ahead and go to the next slide, and give you some demographics about our preschool. The very first thing I have up there is that it's the biggest and the best. And what I mean by that is that in Tuscarawas County, New Philadelphia Preschool Program is the biggest program of preschools. And of course, might be biased, but I do think it is the best preschool program as well in T County. We have 3 different locations for our preschool, East, West, and the Quaker Dome. Currently, we have an enrollment of 187 students, 3, 4, 5-year-old students that are in our program. We have 82 ECE students, and what that means is that we are able to provide free preschool for many of our families. This past year, we applied and were able to add 10 additional slots that were able to give free preschool to 10 additional families. And then we have 46 IEP students currently. Staff, you can see the classroom makeup. We have 6 different classrooms. We have an itinerant teacher. We have 2 speech and language pathologists, and a psychologist that works with us part-time. OT and PT services all are part of our preschool program. Many of our preschool staff are here tonight. I want to recognize them for coming. I know you probably don't want to do this, but we're going to do it now. Kim Varney is one of our paraprofessionals at the Quaker Dome. Allison Marshall is a teacher at the Quaker Dome. Maribel Martinez is also a teacher at the Quaker Dome. Marcy Wolfer is a teacher at West Elementary. Amy Hamilton is also at the Quaker Dome. Kara Rogers is at the Quaker Dome. I got everyone that came? Okay, I want to make sure I introduce them. Go ahead and go to the next slide. So what we're going to present to you tonight is a Haggerty lesson. And for those of you that have no idea what we're talking about, the kids are going to show us what that exactly means. Go ahead and go to the next slide. What Haggerty is, it's part of a curriculum that is based on the science of reading, and that's a big topic right now in ELA curriculums across Ohio, across the states. And it is one part of that science of reading, which is phonemic awareness, which is a big word for basically is the manipulation of sounds. So how are we going to be able to do this with our preschool students who aren't able to read? Well, they don't have to read. They don't know the letters, that kind of stuff. They're just learning that. But it's all about the manipulation of sounds. So this is aligned to the science of reading, and it's also something that takes about 5 minutes of our day each day. And we are setting that foundation of preschool and getting our kids ready to read as they move on to kindergarten. So at this time, we're going to have our kids come up and introduce themselves, and then Mrs. Clifter is going to do an actual lesson. So Isla, if you want to come up. Yay, Isla. You want to tell everyone your name?
Isla. Varney.
Isla Varney, right? Next person. Next person is from Mrs. Martinez's class. Can you tell everyone your name? Eleanor Spinell. And the next fellow that's coming up is making his way from the back. Can you tell everyone your name? This is Noah. Your last name? Noah. Next, for Mrs. Hamilton's classroom. Yes, this is Mila and this is Mila Ross. This is Zeke Corey. This is Whitford's.
Okay. Excited.
Madeline Matavi.
This is the best part of the meeting, when they bring the kids.
She does every day with her kiddos.
You guys probably want to face those big people because they want to watch you. So how about you guys come over here? Sit down right behind the Sit down. Hi, how do you guys? You guys help me show them how we do integrity? Yeah? No? Maybe? So what we're going to start with is we're going to start with the two words that rhyme. I will say them and you say them back to me. Can you do that for me? All right, here we go. Neck, deck. Neck, deck. Play, may. Play, may. Deep, keep. Deep, keep. We're going to do, I will say a sound, and then I want you to say that sound back to me. I will say a word that begins with that sound, and then it'll be your turn, okay? So the sound is Can you say Good job. You guys are really good at that. So the sound is 9. 9. Good job. Nap. Good job. Nose.
Nose.
Now.
Now.
Good job. You did really good. And I want us to blend them together to make one big word, okay? I say it, you say it. Ready? Baseball.
Baseball.
Baseball. Good job. Football. Ball. Softball. Softball. Good job. You did a really good job. Now we're going to take a big word and break it up into 2 little words. Are you ready? Birthday. 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 Good job. Someday. 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 Good job. Weekday. Weekday. Good job. Can you say your alphabet with me? Now listen, my fingers are the worst, so bear with me, okay? Ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now we know our ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? All right, good job. And we got one more part. Do you guys know Pickety Pickety Bumblebee? Do you know that? All right, so here we go. Ready? Pickety Pickety Bumblebee. Who will say their name for me? Mila. Let's all say Mila. Ready? Mila. Pickety Pickety Bumblebee. Can you clap Mila's name for me? Ready? Mila. How many claps was that? No? 2. Good Good job, Captain Noah. And then, do we want to whisper it or do we want to scold it? Whisper, okay. Pickety, pickety, bumblebee, whisper Mila's name for me. Good job. You ready? Pickety, pickety, bumblebee, who will say their name for me? Maddie. Can we all say that name? Maddie. Good job. Pickety, pickety, bumblebee, can you clap Maddie's name for me? Ready? Maddie. How many claps was that? 2. Yeah. Good job. Pickety, pickety, bumblebee, can you whisper Maddie's name for me? Maddie. Good job. Pickety, pickety, bumblebee, who will say their name for me? Noah. Let's all say Noah's name. Noah. Hickety, pickety, bumblebee, can you clap Noah's name for me? Ready? Let's say Noah. Noah. Yeah, that's 2. Good job, Maddie. It's awesome. Whisper Noah's name for me. Ready? There we go. Pickety, pickety, bumblebee, who will say their name for me? Ellen. I'll say that. Ellen. Pickety, pickety, bumblebee, can you clap Eleanor's name with me? Eleanor. How many claps did you have, Eleanor? 3. Yeah, I got that one right this time. Pickety, pickety, bumblebee, can you whisper Eleanor's name with me? Pickety, pickety, bumblebee, who will say their name for me? Zeke. You ready? Everybody say Zeke. Zeke. Pickety, pickety, bumblebee, can you clap Zeke's name for me? Zeke. How many claps did you get, Zeke? 1. I like that. 1 just easy peasy. Pickety, pickety, bumblebee, can you whisper Zeke's name? There we go. Save the best for last, right? Pickety, pickety, bumblebee, who will say their name for me? Isla. Let's all say that. Isla. Pickety, pickety, bumblebee, can you clap Isla's name for me? Ready? Isla. How many claps did you have? 2. Good job, Noah. Pickety, pickety, bumblebee, can you whisper Isla's name for me? Okay. Go find your parents now if you want. Want to go find your mom?
No. Maddie said no.
Oh, I want to stay with you.
Audrey, Maddie said no. She goes, do you want to go find your? Good job, Maddie.
Thank you, parents, for bringing your kids tonight. We appreciate it. New information to you about Peggerty's program. That is something that we extend and use in kindergarten and 1st grade and 2nd grade too. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mrs. Hall, appreciate everyone coming this evening. You are more than welcome to stay for the rest of our fun, but this would also be a good time for you to.
Want to run.
I'm gonna go. Mom's fully out. In case you guys didn't hear, that was my daughter Granny.
Oh, I wondered what that was.
See everybody. Thank you.
Yeah. How you been?
You're like the president over here.
Well,
He's the big guy. Come back to one of these things.
oh yeah, come on. Many as you want. They're fun.
Thank you.
Take your mom's flower. Dinner, oh, you can get home for dinner, huh?
Hi.
Hi.
Is that what it said? No, I gotta say we're the meetings.
You gotta go to work.
Good job. Thank you.
See you later, Taylor Taker.
Yes.
again, very nicely done, very nicely dressed. Thank you, nice job.
Hey, Mona.
Lily wants
Lily's been at home today, so she doesn't care where she is. She just went home.
Okay. Thanks, empty. Okay, I don't see any public participation for this evening, so we can go move forward to treasurer's report.
In your board folders, you have the December financial statement, the key indicator, the cash flow, and the check register. You also have the bank reconciliation. All balances are balanced to zero. You have the annual renewal of bond for Kenny Insurance for the Board of Education. That was the bond that was on the org meeting for the board president and superintendent. And then you have the bond for the treasurer at $751. I'm asking you to approve Staley Technologies contract for $10,426.35. Most of the items in this contract are part of our safety grant that we've been spending down throughout the district. I provided an agreement with Gardner for $9,531 to have temperature control and a set point interface for the high school and South Elementary. I'm asking you to approve BSN rebate program, which will provide rebate to our athletics. We have 2 donations, one from Troyer and Associates and one from Allied Machine. And then we have amended of estimated resources. Most of these are because we got our carryover finally from federal programs. And I'm asking you to approve appropriation measures that go with those carryovers with the federal programs. Lastly, I have a transfer from the general fund to the ESSER fund in the amount of $18,751.27. This grant is finally spent out. All of our boiler projects are done. We had a small amount of overage on the grant. So I'm transferring to cover the overage.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the treasurer's report?
So moved.
Second, Mrs. Schrock. Questions?
Go, you was first, Jen, go ahead.
Julie, do you just mind explaining in the item M, the transfer, what that 18,000?
Sure. So what happened this is ESSER 3. It was the third round of our ESSER grant. And we got HVAC, boilers, we did some roofs. That high school project was part of this grant. And then 20% of that was tech. And so we were able to buy Chromebooks for our students. We had a invoice that went over for Chromebooks out of 18,000.
Thank you so much.
I do want to say we would have had to purchase those out of the general fund regardless.
Sure. Yeah.
What was the total amount of the ESSER grant, the third part?
On the third round, I believe it was $5 million.
Okay, thank you, Julie.
Anything else? Okay, call the roll.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Okay, personnel.
I have several personnel items. The first 2 I want to draw special attention to because we were notified that we have 2 employees who will be retiring at the conclusion of this school year. Mrs. Heidi Briggs, who's been a guidance counselor at the high school for quite a while, and Mrs. Barbara Wade, who's a 4th grade teacher at West. Both of them are going to be very much missed. So I threatened not to accept their resignations, but somehow they didn't like that, or their retirements, I should say. So they are going
You're
to be
retired
leaving
hush down
us.
there.
We do have some additional resignations as listed. We ask that you approve the hiring of Johnny Ray as our temporary transportation supervisor while our supervisor is on leave, medical leave for a little while. We are hiring a fifth grade gifted teacher to replace the teacher that is resigning. And then we have supplementals, which are, most of these are our assistants, coaches for the spring sports. There are a couple middle school positions as well. The next page, we are continuing to add a few names to our substitute pool and various categories, which is much appreciated. We have some additional volunteers to approve, both classroom volunteers and athletic volunteers. And I'm asking that you approve the listed nursing students that will be doing some observation and field experience hours with our school nurses. So I could have a motion to approve, and if there's any questions, I'd be happy to.
So moved.
Rick, a second?
A second.
Schrock. Any questions for Mrs. Wentworth? Call the roll.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Committee reports.
Want to draw your attention, every month, there will be a link here for the Business Advisory Council information and minutes. We do work with the Educational Service Center to collaboratively do that, which is a requirement for the state of Ohio. So those minutes and that information is always going to be linked there.
Not many other committees have met yet with this board. I know Facility Committee meets this week. And our next facility meeting for is January 30th?
23rd.
23rd. 23rd for the pre-bond meeting with the architects and stuff like that. And so we would love to have everyone and anyone who is interested in that come. So Assistant Superintendent's report.
Yep, so New Philadelphia City Schools sponsors, provides oversight for Quaker Digital Academy and Quaker Prep Academy. And that's part of my duties is to do certain reports and just provide that oversight and be that connector between our district and them. So from time to time, we'll have things that you'll have to approve under my assistant superintendent's report this month. It's the financial reports for both entities.
Financial reports will always be under Mr. Williams' report for QDA, QPA, because he is our representative for those. So do I have a motion to approve the Assistant Superintendent's report?
I'll move.
Mrs. Schrock, and a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any questions about those reports? Call the roll.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Superintendent report?
I have a few items here that I'm asking that you approve. First of all, the second reading and the adoption of our district school calendar for 24-25. I'm asking that you approve an MOU with Ohio University to offer College Credit Plus classes within our high school for next year. Asking you to approve a resolution to authorize OSBA to review all of our policies in light of the House Bill 33 legislative changes impacting ODE and the State Board of Education. We can discuss that a little bit further in a minute. Asking that you approve the 2024-2025 New Philadelphia High School Course Guide. And those changes are highlighted for you in the exhibits as well. And then asking that you approve the use agreement with the City of New Philadelphia for the tennis courts at Tuscarora Park. If I could have a motion, then we can discuss those a little bit further.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
I just wanted to mention that resolution from OSBA. That resolution is so that they can go through and look at all of the policies that we've adopted and make sure that they accurately reflect the correct organization. Because you're probably aware that due to the governor's bill that he signed this summer, the budget bill, he has changed the powers of the Ohio Department of Education and created the Department of Education and Workforce. So ODE still does some things, DEW does some things. All of our policies refer to ODE, and in some cases, it's really not ODE anymore. So they're going to go through and they're going to look at all of that and basically come back and say, these are the policies that really should be DEW, and then we can just adopt them all kind of as a blanket thing, because it's really not a technical change.
So they will make those recommendations.
They will.
They will come through our policy committee,
Yes,
and then to the board,
yes, correct.
right?
Point of order. Could I ask if we could pull off Exhibit E to be separately voted on?
Yes.
That's a conflict for me.
We should have put that off earlier.
I just noticed it too. It's okay. Just to vote on it separately.
So can I have a motion to approve the superintendent's report with that amendment?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
All right. So when you're ready, call the roll on that, Julie.
And then also, if there are any questions about high school course guide, Mr. Range is here. He'd be happy to address those questions. No, we're glad to see you.
Here, hold on, let me hold it up.
Okay, so this is a motion to approve the amendment to the agenda. Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Ms. Schrock?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, so then item E separately, to have a motion to approve the use agreement with the city of New Philadelphia for the tennis courts at Tuscarora Park.
Yes.
Mr. Galantine, one, and I'll second that. Any questions about that? When you're ready, call the roll.
Okay, this is a motion on item E. Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
I'm recusing myself.
Ms. Schrock?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Finally, do I have a motion to adjourn our regularly
No,
scheduled
no,
meeting?
we need to do
With the rest of them.
roll call on A to D.
Oh. Okay, go ahead.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Mrs. Schrock?
Yes.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Mr. Galantine?
Yes.
And Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Motion carries.
That's fine, that's great. Now do I have a motion to adjourn regular scheduled meeting
So moved.
and a second? Second it. Oh, no, you want to stay here, Kelly? or-
Mrs. Schrock?
I was having such a good time.
Mr. McMath?
Yes.
Galantine?
Yes, he said yes.
Mr. Ricklick?
Yes.
Ms. Fontana?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, thank you and congratulations, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Kelly, we sign this?
Congratulations, Jen. Welcome.
Thanks, Jeff.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Yes.
Any questions, anything?
Sure I will.